My name is Rhapsody. His name is Orbital Potato, and welcome back to Slipways. How's it going, bud?
I am doing very well. How are you doing, Rhapsody?
I could scarcely be doing better. I have this is as we know off camera. This is both of our days off. So we've just found a little time to get a little bit more Slipways in because we're both just absolutely nuts for the game, just mental for it.
It's really, really good. It's honestly probably my game of 2021 already. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now.
Damn.
That's right.
That is a big call. There are a lot of good games that are going to be coming out this year. You don't think DD2 might knock its perch?
No, I don't actually, because Darkest Dungeon 2, you know, there's something about Darkest Dungeon, right? It requires a lot of learning to be good at it. Slipways is, you know straight out the gates what you're getting into. You know what all the mechanics are. You just gotta play.
Yeah, exactly. It presents you with complete information for a lot of the things you're interacting with. Like it's you're not gonna like colonize a planet and then go, well, actually this planet was bad and now you lose.
Right? Exactly. So, dude, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped for it.
I'm so keen to see all of the rest of those modes here filled out as well. The Endless, the Campaign, the Daily Run, the Gauntlet. How's the universe gonna turn against you?
The Gauntlet, I tell you, is the one that I'm most excited for, actually. Like, a daily run is going to be great, and I'm really going to enjoy competing with everyone else in the Wholesomeverse. But, like, Gauntlet is going to be, I think, probably my preferred single-player experience. I suspect.
It seems like it's definitely positioning itself to be that.
It's just, like, you get to play as long as you want into the late game, and you just need to try and survive as long as possible. I mean, it just sounds so perfect. It sounds so good. Very
well,
exciting.
I'm looking forward to seeing your channel pivot into the Slipways only channel. I know that's just on the horizon. Hey, you asked me last time when we got to this screen, and I gave kind of a format that we ended up sticking to a fairly large amount. So I will ask you in return, what are some of the races you want to consider looking at here? We can have a look at their perks, their different techs they've got unlocked, and decide afterwards. But have you got a favorites?
Have I got a favorites? I think I have a favorites.
A box of favorites.
A box of favorites. Life is like a box of favorites. You never know what you're gonna get. That's right. That's the quote, isn't it?
That doesn't work with favorites because they're written on every individual chocolate.
That's okay. You know what? You make a good point.
Life is like a box of favorites if you're blind, because then you won't know what you're gonna get. Well, I guess you could get it by feel. Hang on, wait a second. There's a better one in here.
Then before you know it, you've touched all the
Life is like a lottery.
That's right. That is the quote. Okay, all right. Go click on everyone. Let's see what we got here for level 1 techs for everyone, because I feel like we stall super hard in the mid game, and we need to actually think about ensuring that we have some sort of sustainability in the mid game if we're doing it on tough, which I assume we are. I think we are, right?
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah, we are. We're on the highest difficulty here again as well. We've got Bakar over here with deep drilling as well as geothermals. Also has whenever you deliver minerals, gain 6 with deep drilling on top. So we could try and do some like heavy mining for our build.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Okay.
We've also got the Vittoria, I think this is, with the orbital labs. So we convert an idle person into an well, not idle, but a research per year, and slip amplifiers, which is an improvement on a planet that increases the range of slipways connecting to them by 50%.
Okay. All right. I like
I've never built that. Have you built that?
No, I don't think I have. I have built, I think Lensify is also a Vittori tech that allows you to convert planets into, what are they called? Scanner things? What range extenders? What?
Yeah,
My brain.
Slipstreams.
Slipstream.
I could have sworn that was this race that had Lensify, but maybe they share it.
Maybe you're right. You could very well be correct. Either way, I think sorting out the mid game is very important. Sorting out late game happiness is also important, because like happiness is what it's all about, right? Both in life and in Slipways, you have to optimize for happiness. You have to optimize for happiness all the time.
Damn, deep shit.
That's right. Always optimize for happiness.
I'm doing the as if I was listening to beat poetry clap, the like just you know the one they like click their fingers without clicking their fingers. They just slide their fingers past each other as if they're like gesturing for money in like a 90s sitcom.
Okay, right.
You're not familiar with it.
No, I'm not.
Watching much beat poetry. I know.
No,
makes you the nerd, not me, right?
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, okay, so controversially, I actually maybe think that the very first perk that you've got on the list here is what we're after, the Bakar mineral perk. Just maybe it's gonna give us just an additional sort of little income stream, a little bit of a side hustle, delivering ore, maybe. As to the rest of it, I mean, I feel like you should pick the other. You should pick the other two. You should pick the other two and the other perk.
So I feel like we were having money trouble. I think that was like one of the primary things that we were having trouble with. I think that if we take this race here in the middle, what are they called again? The Ephorians, the deal brokers of the galaxy, where they focus on wealth, trade, and efficiency. And I think if we take Xenotourism to unlock tourist planets, where you can just create money, but the input is people, and then it's people and microchips, then it's people, goods, then it's people, microchips, goods, and robots to get it to prosperous. And then you can just build money ridiculously. You can print money and then start abusing all of the techs of everyone else.
Okay.
So if we built a bunch of money using Xenotourism, and then we built a bunch of ores so that we could create all of the things that we're going to need for the tourist resort, you know what we could exploit the hell out of after that?
Micro forges, dude. We were on the same page there. I mean, I tell you what, that last game that we had has really like changed my opinion on the Slithid, and I'm all in on micro forges now. I'm all in on micro forges. I tell you what,
look at this. It unlocks mineralize on Iceball Desert and lava planets, and we deliver ore. We get more ore from deep drill. I think we got a stew going here.
This is perfect. This is perfect. If you like stew, then this is fantastic. If you don't like stew, then we got a problem.
Exactly. And that problem is I'm going to force feed you stew until you like it.
Oh, no, I was talking about the person stew. He's a jerk.
Oh, wait, hang on. So we're good if you do like Stu, who is a jerk. But if you don't like Stu, who is a jerk, we have a problem? Are we Stu? Are we the baddies?
We are Stu. This whole time.
Damn it, I never knew.
What's the other perk then? What do we got? We got 4 to choose from, right?
So we have
rate that.
novelty traders.
I rate that, by the way.
It's one of the only other sources of goods at all. In fact, it's the only non-Forge World source of goods.
Yeah.
Save structures and microforges and stuff. However, planets receiving goods earn 25% more income is also really appealing when you have Xenotourism.
That's so hype. That's so hype.
There's also the factory builders, reduces Forge World colonization time by 1 month. This may, over the course of the game, save us like a half year to a year. Which, it's not nothing.
But
it's damn close.
Yeah.
And planets making their bots have their production increased by 1 unit. So I'm gonna say, because you gave me broad range over picking these two, I'm gonna say you should pick the perk which way we go here.
I mean, it's between the two Ephorian techs, right? Novelty traders is pretty good. Luxury is also pretty good. I feel like luxury is. I think we take luxury if we're supremely confident that we're gonna be able to
got it.
You know, to play a good game. You know, I don't know. Like, I feel like that is almost the coward's way out, taking goods on a new planet. You know, I don't know. I come down very, very close to the center here between luxury and novelty traders, because we got to be confident. We got to be confident about supplying the goods. You know what? Leave it like that. You know what? We're no cowards. We'll take luxury. Let's freaking go.
Hell yeah.
We are a bit of an oxymoron there. We're no cowards, but we will take luxury. Love it. All right.
I'm into it. Ooh, that's the 5 directly around us, but let's see if we can find better positional ones. 4s through and through. This could be a 5. No, it's not a 5er.
I think honestly, your OG 5er was a pretty good one. Yeah, that's hype.
Ooh.
That's hype. That's really hype.
Mine, and then a remnant world directly next to it we will have to consider, right? If we are going to want to rush the... So here's my broad mental plan for it, right?
Yeah.
Unlocking Xenotourism as soon as we possibly can so that we can use that money to fuel our ability to do everything else. Like, absolutely hemorrhaging happiness if we need to.
Yeah.
Using that to then leverage our ability to go into the late game with a bunch of tech and try and get things like skill up facility, increases production by 1, probably not necessarily that. 0 point, that's gonna be good too. But try and find ways later on to produce happiness, having leveraged the resources that we got in the early game by losing it.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. The catch-up mechanic that we're desperately trying to leverage. Yeah.
What? But we have, right? We've done that consistently. A lot of the time, we have to skip a lot of the early years, and then the late game just brings us back in.
Right. Absolutely, completely agree. I mean...
so I will also say secondarily, I would love to get up the tourist resort as quickly as possible. So, like, having an Earth system very close to base, next to a lot of things that are going to be creating resources that may be relevant to it, we may want to leave this here if possible so that we can create the tourism factory early.
Okay. Immediately, I completely agree with you on literally every point. I think that mine there is ready to rock and roll as a form of income. I mean, that's $6 as soon as we connect it, which is really, really nice. And if we can find it somewhere to go, then that'd be brilliant. Assuming that we can supply it via the Earth planet as well. Basically, this is, I think, contingent on just finding a wheat production planet around the vicinity of the Earth planet, and then we will be able to basically do whatever we want to do. That's not the primordial planet if we want to save that for the tourism factory at some point.
The primordial planets can't be the tourism factory.
Okay,
it's
all right.
Earth-like jungle and ocean planets. So it would be this one we would have to save, which would mean we would have to find people elsewhere. I think what we need to do at the start here is, because I think you're bang on with that, but we may be able to supply these from the opposite side. So if we start scouting out in this direction.
Yeah, go for it. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay, so we can get a 3-banger there or a 3-banger here. Unfortunately, down here, like a 3-banger... Actually, we don't even have a 3-banger down here. We can.
I think we scan high value sources first. I know that sounds like a bit of a redundant statement, but like high value, I think we prioritize the 3 over to the hard north. The hard north. What does that even mean? Sorry, the 3
the hard north.
Aye.
We live in the hard north.
It's funny actually, because when you say the north in the UK, people from England will just assume you're talking about like Newcastle, i.e. the border between Scotland and England. But when I say north, I actually mean the north of the freaking country, as just opposed to the north of the largest region, which is...
I mean, that's exactly what I think external. So is that just like, is that kind of like a what would it be called? Like Englocentrism? Anglocentrism, effectively?
Yeah, I just don't know how this... I wonder if this is like one of those comments that runs back to days of old that has sort of just carried through. Wow, that's actually quite fortunate. It's pretty...
ridiculously.
Pretty good. Jungle... No, that's not a jungle. That's a swamp. Swamps can't become... What is it? Earth-like, ocean-like, and jungle that can become... Okay. Yeah.
This can be mineralized later on as well.
That's actually legitimately hype. That's pretty hype. Wait, hold on. If we take mineralized, then that means that we're not going to be able to pick up geothermal, right?
Yeah, exactly right. We have to choose Xenotourism and geothermal, or... like, Xenotourism we'll take as like a given.
Yeah.
So I guess we're foregoing deep drilling, which I guess is fine. We're not going to need that if we're going to be producing as much as we are. I think Xenotourism and geothermals is probably the one we want to go with. Let's see if we have anything. Oh, we have geo-harvesting later on, so we can actually just turn them into money if we want to.
Brilliant. That's really good. We need to take extreme miniaturization. Oh, but that means we're going to be foregoing hyperdrive. Oh, I love hyperdrive. That's so good.
Okay, hang on. Here's an idea. What if we went deep drilling and Xenotourism? We skip geothermals, which is hard to do, But we do have vacuum energy at the very top if we need that.
Okay.
So we'll have a way to get energy much later on, and we'll have a lot of money, right? That's the whole idea here is generation of money relatively early on.
Yeah.
Then that gives us the ability to use the extra ore that we're going to get from deep drilling to fund tech labs to just make any of the resources we need, which will then fund our Xenotaurus things. And then we use hyperdrive so we can kind of just jump over the connection points.
I like that. I like that a lot. Where does...
Skip sleep relay, yeah.
I don't think skipping slipstream relay is a problem. I mean, we did fairly well last time without the slipstream relay.
Hang on, we do get 3 level 2 techs.
Oh, then we're totally fine. I don't even know why this is a problem then. It's this easy. Yep. Perfect. Okay, I mean,
right,
yeah, more explore. More explore. We want more explore.
Yeah. So at the forefront for me right now is we need a lab down as soon as possible so that we can get towards the Xenotourism.
Anti-hype on that one. That was
yeah. That's a non-pog right there.
That was
okay, so we could use this as a colony if we desperately wanted to, but it wouldn't be able to access both of these. Maybe we do use this as a hive world and feed them out in that direction.
That's what I was kind of
thinking. We would have to find a different thing.
We would have to find a xenotourism receptacle.
It's a xenotourism receptacle, but it's very far from the 2 things we want to use it with.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Boom, there's our people. Wait, that's Forge World. Hang on. We may need 2 different sources of people.
Yeah, I'm just sort of thinking, maybe I'm thinking at the absolute minimum, it's going to be at least 3 turns before we get xenotourism, right? Like, best case scenario is we're able to get the lab down right now. We're able to supply, like, I don't know, 2 ore, something like that, immediately, and the people, and it'll still take at least 2 or 3 turns to get us the xenotourism. So, I mean, with that in mind, it really is just a case of how much do we want to leverage that remnant world in the center to produce ore? Because if we're able to produce ore there, then we have scrapping operation, we have a mine, we have any random colony, maybe the ocean world, maybe the arid world up at the top, and we just sort of all feed it into a lab, I guess, potentially. I think the hive world would maybe be a bit... the hive world. Yeah, the hive world on the ocean planet would be perhaps a little bit better, or on the Earth-like even. To supply people, and then we just double ore into a lab, and then we just, I don't know, supply wheat from the primordial planet. I mean, we don't actually necessarily need to worry about supplying wheat immediately because we get 2 people as default from the hive world.
Yeah, the problem is just like, where do we get the biomass for the monoculture, right? It just kicks the problem a line down unless we have a solution for that. I think you're right. I think we can just send like a lab here-ish and then throw these in, right?
Yeah, that black
hole's hang on.
A bit of a problem.
It is indeed, right? Because we're going to need the people coming in from each of these. Then we need the output for each of those to here.
I mean, just you can play through it actually. Just go for it. See what the... Okay. Connect the ore up. Oh, nice. That's cool. That's hype, actually.
Before I look at the missions, let's undo as much of that as possible.
Yeah, right? Good call, actually. Yeah. Yeah, so we need a third... yeah, we need a third person, so we need to connect up the wheat, actually, from the primordial world as well.
I like that. How much of that can we do without putting down extra things we're going to have to pay for the new year?
That's
like,
great...
What are the most efficient things that we can have out on the board?
Biomass into hive world. Probably. I imagine. Sorry, primordial planet that produces wheat into... I mean, placing the lab is last, right? Because... yeah, you need to build long slipways, and the lab costs an extraordinary amount of money.
Yeah, we cannot get any research by the end of this year, so let's not optimize for that.
Correct. Exactly. Okay,
so there we're neutral.
Okay, I mean, maybe connecting up a mine instead of that route then? Because we can always connect that route up super quickly later. Just depends on whatever makes us money. I also really would like to know what that planet is right next to the... Yeah, that three-banger right down there, right next to the Earth world, I would dearly love to know what that is. But I'm a bit scared.
So it looks like... I think we do that, but it looks like no matter what connection we make here, we're just going to be even on money, right? It's the amount of exports and upkeep are just going to be equal.
Yeah, okay.
And we don't want to colonize another new planet before the end of the new year so that we don't have to pay the upkeep. So why not just check that now?
Yeah, all right. Can you make that a four-banger?
Can indeed.
Oh, he's such a gamer.
Oh!
That's perfect, actually. That's legitimately perfect.
We're cooking with gas, baby!
That's...
All right, let's look at the missions.
I mean, that is just... I mean, just for the avoidance of doubt, that is a prime receptacle for xenotourism. Like, that is literally prime. Optimus
exactly,
prime.
Right? It's optimal and prime, exactly. We're going to go the person down from here, then we've got feed in of any relevant resource. We'll be able to get it to successful from this.
Yeah.
And God, if we can find prosperity just by looking out to another side and get like an early prosperous ocean colony.
Oh, that would be very hype. I think this is how we fix all of our early game issues. This is so good. Ore production planet to successful. Establish two-way trade with planets. Increase total production of robots by 4. What are you thinking here, Raps? What are you thinking?
So I think the all planets are successful is possibly something that just may happen while we're doing everything else, right? Because we're going to be taking outputs from remnants and we're going to want to feed the correct amounts into the remnant planets as well. And if we're using the mining operation on the northernmost one, that's not going to be difficult for us to do. Because, like, hang on, let's look at it. The scrapping operation, so that would just need water. Either of these just takes water. This person to make water, although we're using that to make the thing for this. Hang on, so maybe another source of water out here, which we do not have yet. There's a jungle planet down here, which could supply water. Thawing facility could supply water, I guess.
Yeah, I tell you what, thawing facility across from the remnant world eventually. We could easily get that to successful, I suspect.
Yep.
Okay. So that's good. Is it maybe worth us connecting up is it maybe worth us getting the labs online right now? So the second remnant world, the wheat world, and the lab down. Can we do all of that by the end of the year?
Yes, we can. And that won't affect any of these missions. So
yeah,
we can just send those.
You want to do top 2? You want to take top 2? Top 2 missions? I think top 2 missions is probably... Yeah.
This one's going to take us a little longer to complete, but it does have more rewards behind it. But I think you're right. I think we can take these two.
I think top 2 is okay. I mean, we're only year 2. I'm not super worried. Yeah, I think this will be fine. Okay, good. And then double ore.
We'll be able to get one of them connected.
No, you'll be able to get both of them connected.
We're on December.
That's a good point, actually. That's a great point. I was thinking money was the problem. It's not, because we get additional cash. Are we in a deficit situation?
Yep, we're making a loss.
Past
this point.
That's a problem. Maybe we don't even place the lab down this year. Is that the play? We don't place the lab down this year?
So xenotourism's 8, so we would need 2 years of 4, right? And then funding both of those in is 1 research, right? Just the first of each is 1. Let's actually have a look at the output from here.
Yeah, you can do the maths.
So yeah, that's giving us 1 research, and then if we add another 1, we get 2 more research, right? So we would only be able to get 1 research before the end of this year, and then next year we'll be able to get 3. And then it just comes down to, are we putting another human in here from any other source, like possibly the colony up here?
Yeah.
Because if we are, then 1, 3, 4, in 3 years' time, we can get the 8 that we need for xenotourism. Otherwise, we have to wait an extra year if we don't put down the lab.
I mean, I guess we put down the lab. Lab. It kind of sucks, I guess, but yeah, I guess we have to. Yep.
We get money as we connect each of these at least.
Yeah, it's
So.
it's something. It's something at least. It's something.
It's certainly trying to be.
I'm just wondering, is there any way that we can successful a planet right now? Is there a connection that could possibly be made between that Forge world and the goods world?
Forge and goods worlds.
Yeah.
Um.
If you hold Alt.
I mean.
On
Oh,
the,
right. Sorry.
On the Forge world. Yeah. Okay. So it's within range. Sorry. It's. I just wanted to clarify that it's within range to the goods planet there.
Yeah. Like we could throw that back down here with the goods, if that's what you're looking at.
Yeah, I was just sort of thinking, but I mean, obviously that's going to cost an extraordinary amount of money, and it's also going to take time, and I don't know. It was just an option that I wanted to posit.
I mean, we will eventually need an extra person from here in order to go into the labs, right?
It's true. It's true. Very true.
So the two things we need, one thing we need before the end of this year. Actually, we don't need it before the end of this year. We can get the extra person in here next year.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Would we even have the money to? Because that delivers 15, so we can't afford it.
Ah, it's such a shame. That's such a shame. 0 asteroids, by the way, apart from one piddly little one on the outskirts of town. Very lame. Very, very lame.
Not where we want to be. At least, you know, we've got one struggling so far, and all of this is kind of like self-contained as well, and they're all accessible from the other side as well. So I like this as the basis for the system.
There's no way that we can actually get that lab between the two planets on the black hole side, is there? I know that it might be a little bit too far to unwind. I'm just sort of thinking, if we were able to path the lower mine planet up to...
It's a hard no.
That's a real shame, actually, because if we were able to path that mine planet up to the Forge world, it would give us the output of... No, that's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah. This is the only position for it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get it as close there as possible.
Yeah, because I was thinking if we could path the mine planet up to the Forge world, it would give it the output, which means that when we do eventually link up the water, it'll be a little bit of an easier planet to successful, I guess.
So that sure, but also this is producing ore. It doesn't have to be a mine planet. It just has to be a mineral producing planet. So this remnant planet could be our target.
It's true,
and that could connect up there.
How do we get water into the remnant planet though?
Exactly, right? That would have to come from the swamp. Not the swamp, sorry.
Yeah.
From the...
I don't think there is a way. That's the point that I'm trying to make. The only place that can get water is that lower mine planet from the thawing facility or the jungle world down to the bottom west there. It's a toughie. It's a toughie. It's a toughie.
This could give us water for a person, but then we have to find more wheat for this. But also, the person for this can't go up there because then it'd have to go there as well. And then we have to find new people for here.
Yep.
Yeah, I see the problem.
Yeah, it's suboptimal in the extreme. It's at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. The reason that it's not the end of the world is because there is probably going to be multiple other ore planets that we're going to be able to connect up. I just do not think that it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to successful either of these planets, the ore production planets. That's for sure.
Yep.
But that's okay. That's completely fine. Right. Yeah. So what are you thinking about the goods factory? I mean, we could get the goods factory up and running now. And that's probably going to give us extra money, I presume, in terms of income. It does.
It fixed our deficit. We had -2 income, and now we're back to normal income.
Okay.
We're still making no income, which is, well, you know.
It's the trade-off for putting an early lab down. You know, that's what it is.
So it is. As soon as this connects to Kronos, we are going to be making like printing money because that's 25% extra income for anything receiving that.
Right. We're no cowards. We like luxury. Man, that's a tricky one though. I mean, biomass is not doable. Undoable? It's not doable unless we get. even that's an unhelpful scan because it's too far away to actually give us...
Oh, we're not going to be able to connect anything this year.
Yeah.
I think this year we're done with building. Maybe we just try and get a good scout out, because this scout could give us more information about, you know, how we get the excess biomass for this. Possibly give us a bit more information about maybe people. So if this people does need to go somewhere else, or maybe we also just start a new system. Because we are going to need a two-way trade for the Euphorian to go through, and none of these are two-way trades.
It's true. It's
not
very
even
true.
this.
It's very true. It's very true. Man.
You want to just go for a scout?
Yeah, just go for a scout. Go for a scout.
Whap it down.
Whap it down.
That sucks.
Okay.
We can take an asteroid for 6 income at least, though.
It's
Not enough to connect these 15.
That's a shame. That's an arid planet. Is that just a colony that we can whap down on? I hate that. Why is it that arid planets are so garbage? Come on.
They're really unfortunate.
Flipping June. They set a whole sci-fi franchise on an arid type planet. And all we can stick down is a colony? Lame.
Wasn't good for anyone involved in that either.
I mean, it was. Paul Atreides, he did a fairly good job of managing the colony.
Fair.
I'm pretty hyped for the Dune movie. I got to be honest. Big pog.
Honestly, for me, it would just be because I really like the director, Dennis.
Yeah.
Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Is it Villeneuve? I've never actually had to pronounce his last name out loud.
I think we skip. I think we skip this. I think this is okay.
Yeah, don't spend the money on it. But
yeah.
we've got no income, so like
What's the
not
point?
spending money exactly. But like, what are we gonna do next year?
Okay. I kind of feel. Do we legitimately colonize a planet to just get the benefit from the asteroid? How much does it cost to take a Forge world? 8. Oh, come on, video game. Come on.
Everything's 8. Oh. Wow.
I mean, that's gonna
this is special. I mean, like, we will have science incoming at the absolute least.
That doesn't solve anything, though, if we don't have money, right?
Yep.
It's a shame because we are literally a single credit away from making this whole thing pop off with just that goods connection. It's just that goods connection. Is there anything that we can do to get that goods connection going?
Absolutely nothing I can think of.
I mean, technology.
Deep drilling's not going to do it. Xenotourism's not going to do it. The brain machine interface, nothing successful or better. So that's not going to do anything yet. Geothermals, that would cost us money in order to set up. Mineral seeding, wave. Yeah. Well, wave augmentation would get us there, right? Maximum range of slipways increased by 30%.
Would it?
But then yeah. Oh, sorry. No, yeah, right. It's not the range problem. It's money.
It's the money problem, yeah. Okay, here's another idea. Are there any scans that could conceivably yield asteroids? Because, I mean, we just need to find one more asteroid. Right? I mean, it's gambling very hard, but, like...
I mean, I guess if that was an asteroid, maybe, but it's a high likelihood of discovering a planet. Everything else is too far.
And there's nothing
we
else.
Actually may be locked out.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, we can definitely take that asteroid to the right, okay? Like, that asteroid there. I mean, why don't we just take it? Because let's be real, like, there's nothing else that we can do. Okay, that gives us 13. Oh, that's so irritating, Raps. That's so unbelievably irritating.
Yep.
I mean, can we colonize... If we colonize a world, is there any way that we can make it profitable? I don't think there is. What if we colonize that ocean world down there? Nope, that's probably not going to yield us anything. What about
really? No.
What about thawing facility into mine? 6. That's so cursed. That's so legitimately cursed.
Oh, are we so efficient that we bricked it? Is that what we've done here?
Colony. I mean, we can always take a colony on the arid world, on either of the arid worlds actually, and claim that asteroid. But that's diminishing returns of effectiveness.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be getting a -2, and then also we'll be paying more money.
I have an idea. Okay, so down at the bottom, there's 2 planets. There's 2 planets down at the bottom. A remnant world and a something. Can we get a little 1-2 combo over there to manufacture anything? Just to give us a little bit of extra cash. At this point, it's about survival.
We can't colonize both of them.
Okay.
We can't afford to.
All right. Well, this is a situation. This is a situation.
Oh my god.
It's
may have actually bricked it.
You know what's so frustrating is that we are literally one single bit of cash away from making this whole thing work. $1 single dollar.
It's 2, isn't it? Right? 13,
well,
15?
It would be that, but even if we were able to get the thawing facility up and running, I think that would still at least give us positive cash, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I am mistaken, and maybe I'm just optimistic. Oh, God. God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Because we can make one connection. But that's about it. I mean, even
this
what about
this might have to be a new galaxy.
What about colonizing an ocean world? What about that ocean world down there? I mean, can we robots into humans into water? No, it's not even. Don't even have any spare humans.
We've got an income now.
Of 1.
Of 2.
Of 2. Okay, well that's great. Okay, all right. See, we haven't bricked it. We're still in the game. This is actually completely okay. This is actually completely fine. It torpedoes our future strategy, though. Like, it absolutely decimates the plan that we had for the future to fix our financial problems.
It's also going to take us a long time to be able to do anything. We're going to have to pass a few years.
I mean, we're waiting for a few years anyway to pass. I like to justify. Just double-click that fast-forward button.
Oh, no, I undid.
Okay. I mean,
just to see if there's anything else.
I don't think there's any other option. I mean, the only other options are scanning, but then scanning has the potential to seriously lock us out of any modicum of success.
Mm-hmm. I think you're right. I think that is our only option. I'm just salty.
Yeah.
Just salty about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go to the next year and see if that brings us any change here.
And maybe the year after that, and maybe the year after that, and maybe the year after that. Honestly.
Deep drilling is up.
That's worthless. I think. I mean, do we change the strategy? Do we maybe go down the road of something other than xenotourism now?
I think what we've just been shown is money is we need money.
What's the upkeep for the lab?
Money is we need money.
What are we paying
the upkeep for the lab is 5.
That is a significant problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I actually feel like the real issue is that we haven't. No, there's no way to go.
I think the issue is we put the lab down too quickly.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
If we had the 2 extra gold and this was going to work, everything would have been fine.
Yeah.
But without that 2 extra gold, the lab needed to be down just slightly later.
Yeah, I think you're right. I guess we gotta go forward then. We gotta keep pressing on into the great unknown until we have enough cash to make that goods connection.
Certainly seems it. Right, machine interface. No, nothing successful yet.
We will have a successful planet
easy
as
to
soon
do
as
that.
we have $15, which is, by my approximation. We did it!
We did it!
Hooray! What's our income now? What is that? What's that income?
8.
Even that's pretty meh. I was kind of expecting a little bit more spice there, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm. As was I.
We've got some tech. We've got some tech here.
We do. We can go for what? I mean, we could go machine interfacing if we just want to try and get money out of that planet exclusively, but Xenotourism is going to require us finding another planet down in this area to start building on.
I actually think maybe machine brain interface is what we're after. I mean, I'm just thinking we're 10 years in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about trying to optimize for a small empire. I'm thinking about trying to optimize for happiness. I'm trying to think about, working with what we've got. Mineral seeding, perhaps. Brain machine interface.
Brain machine interface is also still going to cost us 20 to put it down here.
It's true, but it will make it back over like 4 years or whatever.
Exactly, but it's going to take us 4 years to get to it. 3 years to get to it, rather.
Oh, it's so sad. And then in that year, we're only going to be able to build one thing again.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, God.
I mean, next year, I guess. I mean,
we're one short of even getting the forebear ruin. We can't even do anything with the forebear ruin. No.
The fact that we have been one coin
so
short
close.
the whole freaking time. Yeah, you know what? At this point, let's just gamble. Let's just double down. Let's just double down on the fact that we
Oh.
really.
All right, Orbital. There's a pro strategy that I didn't want to deploy this soon in the series, but it does exist. Now, if you hit ESC, you have the ability to exit to the main menu and try a new run.
I think honestly, that's the only salvation that we're going to be able to get from this, because
we are kind of hard bricked right now, is the thing.
It's tough. I guess this is why they call it tough mode.
Yeah, no kidding.
I just can't.
We found it. It's tough.
I can't believe it. You want to go for the same sort of strat? Well,
I don't think we can. We don't have
Nope.
access to the same things.
Wow, you're right.
We've not got Xenotourism. We've not got anything over there. What we do have is gravitic tugs, though.
Yeah, that's pretty
If
powerful.
if we make money, we can rearrange the galaxy.
Wait, sorry. If we make money?
Yeah. If
We make
it's
money.
got to be an if. Sorry, when we make money.
That's right. Okay, no xenotourism.
Sorry.
No xenotourism there. What else? I mean, what other perks do we have that could make us cash?
So planets receiving.
Yeah.
Maybe we were too bold, possibly.
Yes.
Planets receiving the goods have 25% more income, and there's also planets receiving the energy has production increased by 1 unit and 30% more income. Although we don't have access to the geothermals over here, so we would have to wait for solars
Yeah.
to even use that.
I still think that's okay to take, to be honest. I think it's a good perk. What else?
What the Vittori got going on? Labs, just a bunch of research we could possibly get at the very start. Not necessarily going to be that great for us. Because we haven't got any really, really cheap things that we're trying to research here, we can put down a lab much later, which I
Yeah.
think is going to save us a lot of money problems in the other game.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Now, I find pairing with these two, because this guy cares a lot about things like goods and a lot of the things that come out of Forge Worlds, and this person cares a lot about Forge Worlds and robots and stuff like that as well. I find Sylphid pairs very well often with these two. So this is the same team we ran previous, just a different setup for them.
There we go. Yeah, let's just pretend like this is the first run of the day. Let's pretend this is the first one of the day. I mean,
my name is Rhapsody. His name is Orbital Potato, and welcome back to Slipways.
Man, Rhapsody, it's been such a long time. I am so looking forward to just getting down and playing some Slipways with you. Honestly, let's just jump into the game. I love the team that we've got. This is gonna be fantastic. We're gonna do great. I'm super enthusiastic about our prospects, and I'm super excited to play some Slipways with you.
I could not agree more. I've been playing this a lot in my own time, winning every single one of my runs. There's absolutely no. I've had no difficulties whatsoever. They need to make tougher, in my opinion.
Little do you know, ladies and gentlemen, we only curate the best episodes. We actually record like, I don't know, how many episodes have we recorded now? What, like 20, 25, and only what, 4 have made it to print? Yeah,
exactly. We're spending all day, every day, just 24 hours recording Slipways. And so far, 3 have actually made it to the channel.
Right.
So,
and you know what the crazy thing is? This is actually a post commentary, so you know that it turns out okay because we're here talking about it, and we've decided to publish this one.
Excellent. That's a good point. Well made. Unfortunately, it is a spoiler as well, so I'm going to have to excise that from the episode.
I really like that move that you made in the past, Rhapsody. That was a great scan that you did whenever we recorded.
Thank you. I thought it was good at the time as well. Ooh,
oh, that's juicy.
I mean, this would be new information at the time, but I learned it.
I think that's a great idea, actually. We just pretend like this is just a post commentary from now on. I think that's fantastic.
That is the lore of the Rhapsody channel. Has been for a long time.
It's true. That's true. That weekly one-off.
The weekly once-off, as I like to call it now.
The weekly once-off. That's 10K Q&A. Anyone? 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 All right.
I can't even hold up your head face reveal anymore.
That's true. It's true, actually. That's true.
So we got a couple things down here. We've got a colony that will take in ore. We have a mine directly next to it, so we have the ability to utilize that for both the Forge Worlds as well as a nanotech factory. This will be a two-way trade as well, because we'll have a person going back to the mine themselves. Unfortunately, we would have to find access to wheat, which I've not found adjacent. There's an Arctic farm, but that's going to be too far.
Is that a 4-banger to the west-north? That's right. West-north?
It is. There are lower chances, and they're separated from a lot of other things. So I think it's going to be really difficult for us to, out of this, create a system. Yeah, so maybe we just save that money and set up a system here that has like decent income.
Yeah, let's optimize for cash this time. You know, in the last fake episode, we optimized for happiness. That was the wrong thing to do. You know what? Look, never optimize for happiness in Slipways or in life. Optimize for cash. That's what it's got to be. Optimize for cash.
We will be a brutal empire.
Correct. Absolutely. Cash only. Only cash. I don't even want to hear the word happiness.
I don't even know what it means.
Exactly. I've never heard it before in my life.
That's an unfortunate thing.
I mean, God, that lack of wheat is disturbing.
It is. It really is. If we had any wheat access down here, we would be in a much better position. Just anything that could reach the ocean. I mean, that could probably reach. Maybe we do just check this 4-banger just in case.
That's what I was thinking. It could be a wheat world, and we could be... I think that is a wheat world.
Spot on. Okay. I'm gonna take the reins here and set up something that I think is gonna be a good idea for us. Actually, let's just connect those two before the end of the year, and then not collect that. Okay, so because I would be tripping over the new year, and in my world, I would probably try and. Well, is that a 6-banger? Is that a 6er?
Oh.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
One thing that really
oh my god, they are exactly 1 pixel mutually exclusive there.
One thing that really frustrates me.
Oh no, there we go.
Is that the scan? I don't think always goes for like max distance. Like, just make it a consistent circle. Like, I don't need to find a pixel in order to scan like an extra 3 planets. Just give me the big circle. Come on.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a like a pulsing mini game. It's kind of like a fishing mini game a little bit.
Right, right.
Just timing. But yes, I can actually get the 6 there. I had it just a second ago.
Yeah.
So I know it's there. There it
I
is.
saw that. That's good. That's good.
So I would now send that out so that we don't get a new planet's upkeep before the year passes through, and then I would make this into bot makes wheat that feeds in here, and then people make bots, feed out, feed up. We have a system where everything is not struggling. We have some income. We have
goods,
some excess.
Goods
Excuse
into,
me. We have some excess being here.
And then Forge World goods and or into goods into the world successful planet. Boom.
Yep.
I think we just do that. I think we just do that. And I think we do that as soon as possible. In fact, is it worth? That's actually okay. I actually legitimately think that's okay. I think that's fine. Ocean planet to successful. Pog ease. Yes. Big yes.
Extremely easy. This one down here, we're about to make 2 bots with this because we're going to fulfill its income and its outgoing. So that's 2 bots already. It's just, are we going to make bots here as well? It's possible. Those bots could make wheat, which could be important up here.
We need that Forge World to be a good planet though, because we've got luxury.
Right. You're right.
And for successfuling the ocean.
Well, I mean, we have a plan to get 2 of these complete. We don't have a plan for getting 2 of these complete. So if we think we're getting 2 robots before we're getting 4 minerals, we go for Silted.
I think you're right. And to be honest, I'm looking at the other planets that we've got. I don't see any other mineral planets that immediately strike me as, oh, this is a fantastic planet.
And yet we've got 2 remnants. So.
And yet we've got 2 remnants. Exactly. Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna.
Could you, yeah, try that, and then wait, before doing the scavenger world, it was fine. I was just going to say, maybe try doing it in a way which, worst case scenario, we have the goods connected into the ocean world anyway, so that we successful the planet first, and we get the core trade routes that are making us money in the first instance. Irritating indeed.
Yeah.
Actually, is there a way...
It can't become successful without an export here.
Is there a way that we can not connect up the mineral world and instead connect up the scavenger world? So connect the goods into the ocean worlds and then connect up the output from the ocean world. Is that the way that we get most money? I'm just trying to think of like how we get the most money here.
So that would be that.
Yep.
And then
the good
that.
stack. Yep.
Connect.
Yeah. What does that give us? Is that more income than we got last time?
I don't know. Should we go back and do it the other way and check?
Yeah, I think that would be astute.
Income is 11 at the moment, and then if we connect these, it's 14. But that's because I haven't colonized another planet. As soon as I colonize the extra planet, that's going to be 3 planet upkeep costs, and that's going to be same.
Okay, all right. So I mean, I guess it doesn't matter then.
That. Then this one was bots. Yes.
Bots. Yeah. That's looking good. Successful to planet. Move on to next year. That's good. I mean, this is good. What's our income now?
21.
21. That's a pretty significant chunk of change. How many planets is it until we bump up to the next administrative tier?
Good point. 3. 3 more planets will do that to us.
That's plenty of space to expand. So we have an asteroid right there, which is going to be a 12 banger whenever we want to pick that up. That's real good. Real good.
Could even be an 18, because Earth, like up here, is probably going to be a relatively soon claimed one for us.
I sincerely like that.
He's going to take in goods.
Actually, yeah.
That'll take in wheat and make goods. This wheat cannot reach.
But tugs at some point.
Okay, well, if we're leaving this until we tug it, right? We'd be tugging it like down here, and then wheat in. Then we've got like an excess of people in this area, so we've got like a bunch of people up here and a bunch of people down here. We would have to find ways to utilize them.
Yeah. Also, I'm just trying to think like labs. Where do we whap down a lab? Is there a way that we could use robots in a lab?
I like the idea.
Because that would be brilliant. I mean, maybe that three-banger down there would be astute.
We can get a lot of extra, well, a lot. We can get some extra money by sending this robot down here and then sending that wheat back up in this direction. This is also going to need another import or export. Well, it's going to export a person. Okay, never mind. We don't need to import another thing into that.
Yeah.
That would just be money for nothing.
Yeah. I'm just
giving away our robots for free.
So what's our tech then? What are we looking to take right now? What's the tech?
So gravitic tugs, it's going to cost 20 every time we want to move something a reasonable amount.
Yeah.
So it may not be the first thing we want to go for. Reduces planet upkeep by 1 might actually be huge.
What's our planetary upkeep at the moment?
9.
9 across 5, right? So that would basically halve our planetary upkeep at the moment. It's pretty big, actually.
Also, the brain-machine interface, which we could just use here and like try and print money on this planet. It's also got luxury as well, so it's just another modifier or another multiplier on top of that.
Yeah, yep, that's also good. And
then the top is gene rewriting, turning bots into biomass into bots, rather.
I don't like it. I really don't like gene rewriting, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm on the same side.
I mean, that arid world right there, sorry, not arid, Arctic, actually. That's a half-fulfilled colony. We just need biomass, which you can actually get from the jungle world, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just sort of thinking if there's any way that we can maybe create another couple of loops out of nowhere. Jungle world to the south.
Well, I mean, the thawing facility could just connect these two.
Oh, that's
right. And then this is import export, and this becomes successful.
And it gets us another robot for the mission, but we only get 3, so we'd need another 1, unfortunately.
Yes. I mean, that popping successful, like, let's actually have a look. Like, 21 is our income at the moment, and then 28. That's huge. I think we should just do that.
Okay. I think you're right. I mean, we're not going to use it for anything else, right? We are so close to prospering this area, actually. I know that sounds crazy to say, but we are actually legitimately very close.
You're 100% right? We'd only need 2 more successful adjacencies. If this is one of them, then this is also going to have another successful adjacency.
Right.
This is going to be a little lacking in input-output. Like,
labs,
we could use a very expensive lab.
Yeah.
That's actually not even going to be able to sit there. So to sit here, take an input from each of these. This could pop prosperous. This could get close. This needs another bot input as well.
Can be done from the remnant, yeah.
And that would pop our Sylphid mission as well.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that, but there is no game plan to provide humans to that area of the galaxy yet. I don't think, which is what worries me about it.
Yeah, they would be struggling for a bit.
I kind of like the idea of pushing up to the northeast as well. I mean, that colony, the colony on that Earth-like, I think it's an Earth-like. Yeah, maybe a scan and then colonizing Earth-like, because I mean, we've got goods that are waiting to go there. I mean, if we can successful from the other. Oh, wow. Okay, that's incredibly rough, actually. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Not keen on that one. So this could be a colony as well. We've got a wheat that could feed into that. So if we wanted, we could try and scout for water sources up here. There's a 3-banger. There's another 2-banger over here, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, there's not even a 2-banger over there. I can't get that distant one.
I think the 3-banger up to the north is a good shout. That's good. That's really good. That's really good. And is that within range of the remnant worlds? The remnant world that we were going to assemble robots on?
100%. Oh, this one?
Yeah.
The 4-bear is going to be in the way.
Yeah.
And
it's out of range.
Ooh, okay, but there are good planets up there.
Yeah, we got it. We got
Fog of War's hiding some stuff.
Okay, so I think colonizing robots is good there. The one problem is biomass. We need biomass for that wheat world in order to successful it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, we need.
That would be from one of these up here, probably.
We either need biomass to successful, or we need microchips to successful the Forge world in order to prosperous the OG Ocean world. I think, by my calculations.
Yes. Yeah, this Forge world could easily be part of the part of the Huxley upgrade.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. We don't have mineral seeding, so there's no way that we can utilize that lava planet in the middle there.
How about we just pop down because if we're going to make a lab with just a person and a robot anyway, it's going to cost us 5 of our income, but we'll have a lab out. We'll have some income in terms of science. And then we have another impetus to try. Well, no.
That swamp world, could that become a colony? Down at the south, the very south there. No. Well, not without causing issues.
Yeah, it's a lot of effort.
Okay, what about
we could get a recycling operation here. Sorry, not recycling, scavenger world here, and then study a person and 2 bots, connecting them like around here.
I actually think that might legitimately be the best play. What about...
We can't do it before the end of the year, though, so we don't pop the asteroid to try and do it. Sorry, what about?
What about that very south? There's like a 2-banger, I think. There's a 2-banger right there. I feel like we do that, pop the asteroids, and then progress to the next year. I don't think that's super helpful.
All right, and then set up the lab.
I think that's the play. I think that's the play. There we go. Okay.
Up.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I'm on it. Unconnect that. Check the mission just in case.
Okay. The interesting thing.
An infusion of 80 does not sound bad.
Interesting thing is, that's a tough one to do because you have to really think about the trades that you're making, but it's not by any means impossible, to be honest. Like, very, very possible. Weirdly, I think that the Sylphid mission to increase microchip production is maybe not necessarily a good thing to do, but it's something that we need to do anyway, because we need to get microchips up and running just in general. So maybe it also gives us science, which I love. I love missions that give science. Remnant world up at the very top. Can that supply microchips to the Forge world, or is that a little smidgen too far?
Can do it.
That could be supplied by the colony that we're gonna make on the arid world just to the north of the lava planet.
Yeah. Yeah, so good. Then we'll try and find like a water resource up here.
Yeah, I think that's game plan actually.
So then it just comes down to like, do we want to discover 8 new planets or establish 4 or more pairs with 2-way trades between them?
Are we going to be getting any 2-way trade in the immediate future?
In the immediate future, no. Are we going to be getting 4 2-way trades before we discover 8 new planets? Probably also no.
That's true. That's true. I think bottom 2 is... Let's be ambitious here. Let's be ambitious. Let's be bold.
Oh, no. I've a sense memory of this.
Can that ocean world actually connect to the remnant world? The extra person there? And sorry, not that one. The...
21.
Shame. I do like how you dragged it in the other direction just to check if it was in range one way and in range the other way.
Yeah, exactly. It might be uphill one way, downhill the other way, you know. I don't know how it works. I'm not a spaceman.
Okay, I mean, look, we got good income. I think that we should be happy skipping to the next year. Like, this is okay, I think.
Hey, so wait, the person could come from Earth, right? We could use Hive World here, so we'll just be floating a wheat. Person comes from Earth, and then the person also goes up to here for the remnant. The remnant gives the microchip down. We get 3. How many microchips will we have funded out of that? We'll have 2 of the microchips funded out of that.
Yeah.
If we can find a way to put in water, that'll be like a future look. But actually, I really just want to get to the next year so I can colonize this and see how many planets are around it in the fog of war.
Good call. Yeah, I think that's a good play. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be done this year at all.
Ooh.
That's juicy. That's really, really, really juicy. Also, what does our income go to when we colonize that planet? Because I noticed that is the one.
Yeah. It's halved.
It's halved.
It's more than halved.
That's okay. How many turns are we away from planetary administration or whatever the tech is that gives us the reduced upkeep?
That would be gene adjustment. We are for three turns from it now. 3 years, rather.
Okay. Here's an idea. What if we straight up just skip another year?
Before we colonize so that we get the fledgling size? I like it, actually. I like it a lot.
I actually think that might not necessarily be the worst play in the world. And then we do the exact idea that you just posited. The hive world, the scavenger world, the cache to connect them both, and then... Oh, really? Asteroid right there in the middle of the 2. Yeah, perfect. And then boom. So what's our cache? Really? Really?
You know what we could do?
Skip another year?
Skip one more year before we do it, yeah.
I think that's completely fair. Like, I think that this is fine. Like, because we're literally just hurting ourselves by not having the funds in place to make it work. Yeah, I think that's good. Do you
want to pop this asteroid? It's next to the arid, which is going to be really, really hard to fund. Well, is it? Because this is going to need water, and this only needs water if we're actually going to be able to get the...
Oh, we have a thaw facility up to the top there. That's what I was kind of assuming we would...
It's just out of range to fund this with water.
Sorry, I was thinking of funding the colony with water, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to think of something that had the ability to fund both of these with it. Because if we were making a water source, if it can be going to both of these, that would be more efficient.
Yeah. I was purely thinking in terms of popping asteroids, because it would be nice to pop that 12-banger right now, but it could be an 18-banger so easily.
It could do.
But in saying that...
I kind of wish we could...
You know, actually, I think we popped the asteroid. I think we popped the asteroid right now. I think that's...
Nice.
I think that's the play. So...
Four.
We just need to find... We need to find wheat for that... For that ocean world. That Earthlight, don't we?
Mm-hmm. There's another 4 there.
Try scanning that little 4 group there, because that's the closest proximity to... Perfect. That's it. That's it. Beautiful.
Bot makes wheat.
Yeah, I think we make that happen as soon as we reasonably can.
Bot makes double wheat.
The reason being is that if we export that good, then we prosperous... Oh no, we don't actually prosperous the homeworld. We're 1 biomass away, or we're a little bit of water away. We still need to get a 3rd successful planet to trade with Hawksley.
Okay. So none of those will accept... I'm trying to see if any of these are going to take a micro... Ooh, this will take microchip, but it also needs wheat. I mean, bot makes double wheat. Wheat. This takes microchip. We can't connect that anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Slipways.
Yep. I mean...
Check up to the north, I think.
Okay, alright. If Oh, actually...
New tech is available. We have the gene adjustment now.
I think that's the play, to be honest. I think that is legitimately the play. Or, here's another idea. We have wave augmentation, right? You complained about the fact that we can't stretch water all the way across the top of the map from the Arctic thawing facility to the remnant worlds. We can if we get extra range.
29 is almost 50% extra range. Wave augmentation is 30%.
You make
because maximum range is 20.
Does it not increase exponentially after the max? I mean, if you drag out a line of 20, just for hypothetical purposes, you look at that, and then so that's like 100% range, and then the 30%. That can't be more than 30%.
Right. Okay. So yeah, the cost is is non. Yeah, because that's all three.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could totally do that.
I'm not saying that it's necessarily a great play, but it's certainly an option that gives us something. Gives us something to think about, I think.
Mm-hmm. You should well be calling it a great play. I think it's our in.
I think the planetary upkeep is what we take now. I think maybe wave augmentation would be a decent second, but it depends on what else we've got.
I disagree for one reason, and that's because this will make the colony, right? Because the thawing facility funds to both of those. This becomes a colony. It takes the income. This is going to be money, right? Nothing here is fledgling, except for this one up here, which is going to be a little bit fledgling for a while before we find a way to give the bot. We'll find a way to give the bot, and that's going to be okay.
We checked up. Sorry, just to interject. We checked up in the northwest, and there are plenty of planets there. So we got to find a Forge World or a Remnant World. I'm not worried about that. That's all.
That'll be totally fine, right? But then we have people from the Arid, the final people, in fact, from Huxley, and we have this export needing good. We could study a good here.
Can we study goods? Can we study goods?
No, you can't study goods. That's right. You're right.
Wheats.
Non-studyable resource.
Wheats and goods. I hate wheats and I hate goods because you can't study them. It doesn't make any sense. You can study.
We can do it with the but we can do it with the microchip. The same plan.
Yep.
It's just this doesn't pop prosperous as a result.
It can if it trades to the wheat planet at the back.
Yeah, and that only needs wheat in order to get that, right? But we wouldn't just do that just yet.
I mean,
I think this is a plan.
Okay.
Because this will also like give us a heck of a lot of income to have these all set up.
The problem is money.
It is. It is. To which I posit that we may need to skip a year. Hey, we need to skip a year anyway in order to be able to actually get the wave augmentation online so we can start it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, I mean, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? I mean, at least trialing it out, like skipping to the next year, doing the thawing facility, getting it all set up, I think is it's definitely worth a shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also,
hang on. We also do just have the ability to go gravitic tugs and just move it in.
That's almost the same thought at the same time. Okay, here's a play. Gravitic tugs, move the thawing facility in, move it in and like move it as far in as possible. Then we colonize the thawing facility and the colony. We pop both of the asteroids and then we connect up the planets because it'll be a double 12 presumably at that point.
Beautiful. Let's have a look at this.
Oh, that's such a great. Oh, that's so good. That's so good, dude. That's so incredible. I love it. I've never seen that before. That's brand new to me.
Great plan. Oh, okay, that's not going to get both of them. This one will, at least. You can move them.
Oh, that's probably not going to be useful. Okay, hold up. Undo. Whoa. Hold up. Undo that, and then see if you can move the asteroids into, like, the central area that we have clustered a whole bunch of colonies around. Straight up just undo the initial move, and then see if we can just, like, move asteroids through slipstreams into the heat of the action. Like, any of them. Yeah. Please. Oh, that was very disappointing. Are there any...
I don't know if any of these will give us dividend for... Yeah.
That's close as well. That's a shame.
I don't know if any of them can move far enough to actually give us an income as a result.
I mean, there might be like a level 2 upgrade, which is increase gravitic tug range.
Oh, there definitely is. Inertial nullifiers increase maximum tow distance by 150. It is a second level tech though, so we're one more tech and then the upgrade away from it.
Yeah, but
so I
dude,
think we just send what we currently have.
I agree. But dude, could you think about how cheesy it would be to move every asteroid into the center of our turf? Take a yeah. And then goods. Can we make the goods connection? There are 3 asteroids that are looking juicy, which I think maybe we just take, or 2 asteroids that are looking juicy, I should say.
We're gonna be colonizing up there. Let's take maybe. No, we're gonna be colonizing all of these actually. We're in November.
That's true.
But this is also good income if we can get it this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd taken 1 is okay. So what is this? Yeah, what does this shoot our income up by?
20 to 24.
I think that's worth. I think
you're right.
And finding this dual way trade, that's still problematic. Not that one, right? Yeah, that one. That's nice, but I mean it doesn't really do much for us. That connection right now.
Well, it's 3 income, which like this was 4.
It's true, but I mean the capital expenditure to build that line is what, like 19 or something?
20.
20. Yeah, I'm just thinking if there's like more that we can, if there's more we can do with that money this year to secure a better income, like fixing the wheat demands on the wheat planet, maybe. I don't know. Good
question. We have a couple different ways of getting wheat out here. We have the agro worlds. That's colony. So we probably want one of these side ones making it so that we don't end up crossing the stream right here and just like bisecting the kind of galaxy.
Yeah, I think wetland farm is maybe the play, maybe. On the swamp there.
Yeah, it's not like we need a huge amount of wheat.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be able to get that connection, and maybe actually the other goods connection as well. Is that
Hang on. If we move this, that we can get the bot from here. Found the wetlands farm already.
Okay, I mean let's do it. It is gonna wipe out our cash a little bit, but I think maybe worth.
It will, so I think we do that next year and instead make this connection. Or maybe no, you're right. Let's move it.
I love this mechanic. This is such a hype mechanic, actually.
Neat as hell.
Does that
we can exploit that asteroid as soon as we pop it?
Did that take time? Sorry to perhaps.
Looks like it took a month.
Interesting.
Yeah, 1 month to do.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. I still think moving is the play here. I'm conscious of the fact that we need more research as well. We are crying out for more research.
Definitely are.
God, I mean, just like the 2 colonies, right, that we have in the center of the world. It's so perfect for a research lab. If only we produced something in that area. Literally anything. And we just can't. Because I'd love to stick down a second lab in that little quadrangle. But we cannot.
14 on that connections. This is 6. We can't even get that. We'd have to pop 2 asteroids to connect this in. Because we move this now, we still can't connect it in until next year. So we're just spending 20 to get nothing in response. Whereas here, we're spending 20 to get 3 back.
Yeah.
So I think this is the priority. And then if we can also connect this, we're just getting another export. Requires at least 2 export. Yeah, we're getting 1 export route for this out. We could even make, well, that's a much later plan, but like make a lab to export from each of those. Try and get this to pop successful. It's taking a good, so it's got luxury. So like if we can get this to have like a good trade income, we can make money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here for me, it would be pop both these asteroids. I know it's harsh, but pop them both and then make this connection. Or at the very least, we can do that and see how much money it would give us.
Yeah.
That's 5 income.
That's definitely worth it. That's actually definitely worth it. I mean, that's the value of an asteroid back, basically.
Yeah.
Just like that. You know what? Okay, a little bit of a pivot here. I know that I said maybe focusing on the wheat in the eastern front is a priority. Maybe straight up getting biomass to that wheat production planet would be of greater benefit right now, because that we get successful on that planet and we prosperous the ocean world.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be straight up impossible to do it to this one.
I mean, we have a scan.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
We have a scan, maybe a scan up to the north, or maybe down to the south as well. There's a few planets around the south, but north is probably better.
There's no 4-banger. Oh, it feels bad not to have a 4-banger. There's the south down here as well, but that doesn't achieve the aim that you're looking for. I think we do.
The north here.
Like that one, I guess.
I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Literally anything that gives us biomass.
Too far.
I mean, we could double tug.
Wait a while to move it in.
Double tug or single tug once we have the level 2 tech. But boy, oh boy, it sucks that we're
seemingly so far from it. Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, this is a toughie actually.
Ain't it just?
This is a toughie. That breeding program down there is very appealing, but unfortunately, you'd have to tug it quite a lot, I think, in order to get it up to the tippity top over there. Alternatively, could do another explore next year out to the west, and then just hope that one of those planets to the south is maybe discoverable. But I don't know. I think
How much money does it cost to set this up now?
I think this is still probably more valuable actually.
That can connect, right? Hang on. Yes, that can connect. So we'd have to wait a year to do this.
I think that's okay. I think that's fine. Kind of sucks, but that's really good. That's really good. We're actually building quite a tight empire here. I think this is fine.
That connection's going to be... Hang on, does this... It's one more export. It's not importing anything from that. So it needs still another export or an import adjacent. How's it going to get that?
The big sad in all of this is that we haven't been able to find a route that goes back and forth. What'd you call it? A two-way?
Mm-hmm. Maybe we do just reduce the planet income. Reduce the planet income. No more planet income for us. Enables machine interfacing on planets that is successful or better, improves their trade income. Maybe we do that and just... What we got? 13 years left? Start getting these to be successful. Well, I mean, they are already successful, right? Start getting these to be upgraded and then have our income break out to the point that we don't really need to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, you know what the other sort of path to all of this is? Also, yes. Big yes. Big yes. Is it possible to rewind time and implement that earlier? Because, I mean, that's probably very important to do.
So 0 income, we can connect those two, but then that doesn't really need to be connected. Yeah, we can do that right now, I guess. Well, no, one off. Okay, so without connecting those two, this doesn't have the ability to make person. But if I don't connect those two, I can get that there and then put that down there.
Yeah, I think that's the play. Yeah. I mean, 2 more research.
And then before the end of this year, still connect those for the income.
That's definitely the play, actually.
So that's the 15. Yeah. It's far more efficient.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Cool. And then we don't have any asteroids that we can exploit, so we have to pass in the next year in order to connect these two.
That's fine. That's totally fine. That was a better. We still end up skipping a year somewhere along the journey there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's looking really good. Okay, so my other alternative play was actually wave augmentation. With gravitic tugs and wave augmentation, it is going to cost an extraordinary amount of money. I appreciate that. However, the degree of flexibility that we'll be able to have is kind of huge in a really weird way. It's kind of like slipstreams, but without having to take slipstream tech. It's if we had the money, if you were confident that we had the money, I think that this would be legitimately a huge play. Wave augmentation plus gravitic tugs, the ability to move planets wherever we want, connect them up to wherever we want.
So part of my hesitation on that is just because we have inertial nullifiers, which is actually cheaper than wave augmentation. So
true.
if we go for like one of the cheaper ones here, which would be,
brain machine,
maybe brain machine interfaces, then inertial nullifier comes up relatively soon, and we can focus on just using gravitic tugs to accomplish the same thing.
Alternatively, gene rewriting.
Yes.
Biomass into robots to do absolutely nothing.
The inverse would be great.
I mean, there is a Forge world up there that could take biomass from the primordial world and output robots, maybe. I mean,
and then we have to find even more biomass up here.
Yeah, because I think it's
Ocean
humans.
World doesn't even have it.
It's humans into biomass on the primordial, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
No, it's sorry, it is humans into biomass. You're right.
Okay.
I mean, but the thing is, after we get like gravitic tugs upgrade inertial, we can just like put that down here and then just doop, we're done.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let's go brain machine and then just pog up all of our planets.
Get pogged on. We should have a look. Okay, trade income is 12 here, 10, 8. And this is our final successful
so
8
costs,
also. So
it costs 10. It costs 10. So, and it improves it to 60.
get 4 more income. Yeah. So this will pay for itself in 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Which we've got 13 more left. So I think that's definitely worthwhile.
It's absolutely worth. I think it'll make sense on pretty much every planet to.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I want to just pop it down on one of the 10s as well, and then skip a year, pop it down on the other 2, and then skip 1 more year. Because then we get to 11 science, which gives us the ability to take inertial nullifiers, and then by then we'll have a bunch of money. We move this down, and then we start fixing all the problems.
Can we? No, we can't move. We can't move planets that already have connections, can we?
No, unfortunately not.
Shame. Is that an upgrade? Do you reckon that's a
switch?
Yeah, that allows you to move planets.
No, this doesn't unlock another upgrade.
Ah, shame.
That's exactly what I was looking for, just in case.
Yeah. Okay, I think you're right.
I think the problem there was, it would change the slipstreams a lot. So we're looking for that's one of the incomes with 10.
Is there no other place that gives us more than 10? Like, what about the chip facility up at the top?
It's 8, 8, 10, 10, 12.
Okay.
I checked them all earlier. So we go forward, and then you get machine interfaced. You best believe you get interfaced with. That's going into that face. There we go.
The downside to all of this. The downside to all of this is that if we do get a really spicy late game project, there's no way to undo all of the brain machine interfacing. That's the downside, and regardless of how much cash you have in the end game, it doesn't count towards your score. So,
so that's true. However, we have nothing that I can see that is one.
That's true. That's true. Unless it's an upgrade or part of an upgrade, but I doubt it. I think, look,
hey, we've also got skill implants, improves trade income by 25% on successful and prosperous planets. If I think we've got something here. We just focus on popping prosperity on as many of these as possible. We go for skill implants, inertial nullifiers, and then later on hyperdrive so that we can try and fix some of the ones in the interim, in the middle, rather.
Integrated manufacturing, though? Is that not what we wanted to get?
Oh, you're right, aren't you?
I mean, hyperdrive is probably not necessarily super important. It's also the most expensive, so we might legitimately not even be able to afford it. Inertial modifier or inertial nullifiers is the key. Like it's what we need, and we got plenty of cash. We got plenty of cash coming in. I think you're right. We focus on prosperity.
Hang on, wait. Successful or better requires 6 import exports. 2 successful or better, 1 more successful or better requires 6 imports exports. So if we get a microchip facility right here, they fulfill both of those. And if we make this 1 more export route, just anywhere, we pop prosperous on both of these.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I'm very keen. Integrated manufacturing is good. Lab, yeah, that's. It's
1 unit of.
Oh wait, hold up. Integrated manufacturing isn't actually the same as microforging.
Yeah, no, I don't think we actually have microforging in this one.
Integrated
that was the
manufacturing.
Previous.
Yeah.
Sorry, not the previous run. There was no previous run, just the ones you've seen on camera again.
Yeah, edit that out in post, Rhapsody. That was a bit of a Freudian slip.
Sorry about that. And then literally it's just
pop.
Wait a year and then pop that there.
Yeah. I think that's brilliant actually. I think that's really, really good. So integrated manufacturing increases. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness gracious me. What did our income go from and what did it go to?
That's actually kind of funny. 52 to 60.
Brilliant.
Leapt by 8. Inertial nullifiers also gives us the ability to start fixing this one down here. And we've got the money to start doing that as well.
Yeah, I think having the momentum behind us in terms of finances is so
Oh
important.
my god. Look at him zooming.
Oh my giddy ant. Is that enough?
Okay, that can't be connected. Wait, we can try that again.
We've got. Do we have wave augmentation? Yeah, no, we don't have wave augmentation, do we? That's fine.
That connects.
Doesn't matter. Dude, this is hype. This is hype. Okay, watch our cash. What is it at the moment? What is it at? 60. It was at 60, wasn't it?
64. We will need to wait a year.
Oh, that's such a shame. No asteroids? Wait, hold up. Oh, hold up. Undo that. See if you can move the asteroid into a pog place. Yeah, the southernmost asteroid. Can it go through slipstreams? No!
Oh, you...
No. Okay, hold on. You can still, what about moving it right under that remnant world? Yeah. Like, really tuck it, nestle it in there. If you can. Oh, come on.
We spend 20 to get 12.
Oh, what a swizz. What a swizz.
Indeed. Hey, this prop's successful as a result of it as well, so it's not bad.
It's still worth it. I agree.
Yeah, and then we skip here, go this down here.
Yeah, as I say, you know, skipping in October is okay.
Pops another prosperity down here.
Yeah, very good.
Our income is, we're starting to escape the money curve of the game.
Good. Very good. Very
very
good.
Excited by that.
Okay, I mean, it's labs, right? We need to find an attractive place to put down more labs. It's just that simple. We need more of them. We need many of them. We need more science. We need to make up for the fact that we had garbage science in the first stage of the game. Here's an idea. Maybe not even more labs. The lab at the bottom, can we either get a remnant world in proximity to the
prosperity?
Oh wow, that's actually probably worth that. Actually, that prosperity pop-in probably pays for itself, I imagine. Especially if we machine interface there. Big pog. Yes. Yeah, beautiful. This is brilliant. This is incredible. It all works. It all makes sense. It's all financially responsible. I will say, yeah, so is there a remnant world that we could slot into position at the bottom?
It would take 2 tugs or so to get there, but
what about a little explore? What about a little explore to either the southwest or the southeast? If we find a remnant world or indeed a forge world, then we could juice it up. That is neither. Unfortunately.
It is neither. However, this thawing facility fixes both of these.
And it's a two-way trade. And it's a two-way trade. Yes. But...
Ah, format ruin! Okay, so we're going to have to move around it. But...
Actually...
It's fine. These are going to be real short distance now.
That's...
Facility. Boom. Boom. And we can even collect the forebear.
Yeah, go for it. We need to do that more, actually.
Reduces structure build time by 1 month. We're not really making structures right now.
It's true. It's true. We don't have any structures to make. I mean, we can get that. We can get the other bonus, I guess.
That's 4 more income just connecting those two.
It's worth. It'll be even more when you whatchamacallit, machine interface the goods planet, if we are able to get goods onto the goods planet.
Mm-hmm. One thing we do need to start thinking about again is we're pretty behind on missions.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I like the whole like prosperity build we've got going on and the income we're getting from it. You know what? I wanted heavily to focus on money. We did that. Let's stop focusing on that for the moment. And unless we get a huge amount of money from doing something, we don't do it. We focus on our other sources. We focus on finishing our missions. Or research.
Yeah, I think research is the short term. I think getting two-way trades is what we need. Microchips are actually a little bit frustrating to get a hold of because we can only make them on remnant worlds and nanotech facilities. Yeah, but I mean, do we have an ore source around there? Actually,
it could be a nanotech source from here, but we can't actually get that one.
Here's an idea. What about moving the mine to between the planet and the nanotech facility? Yeah, that mine right there.
We can totally do that. We would have to do it next year, though.
It kind of sucks because it would be great to get goods to that planet right there. Is there another forge world? There's a forge world to the north, actually. Could you have a little look at that? The north, east, west. Yeah. I think we should aim to get that producing the chips. That's the goal.
For what?
The mission.
Yeah, it's for the mission, but what around here takes those chips?
Who cares? I think we need to just bash these missions through. I think we straight up just need to find a way to complete both of these missions.
But if we do chips here...
Then we lock the arid world out of goods.
Lock the arid world out of goods.
Yeah, practice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, what about we just have a look? Let's do the easy one first. What about we have a little look at pairs of planets that are close together that will give us the two-way trade. So something like that. Like humans into ore, into colonies, something along those lines. Because I think that is what's necessary at the moment. If there is an immediate combo, then that would be brilliant.
Okay, so humans make... Wait. People eat... So people make just the same two things at the same time? That's not going to help us there.
Exploration, maybe? We could do a little bit of exploring if there's nothing good. There's humans into biomass into humans, actually, on that planet right there. Yeah, there you go.
So that's one. Wheat from the bottom side as well. We can actually do that.
Beautiful.
Let's try and pass the year without doing that, actually.
Yeah, so scan maybe to the north?
We could save money.
It's fine. Whatever you think. It doesn't. If there's a good place, go for it. If not, then.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I'm skipping the next one then.
I want to play a game mode where you have all of the tech unlocked, and you're just able to pog out massively.
Mm-hmm. Pogging out of control would be great.
Pogging out of control.
If this can get what it needs, one more person input, and then it could have an export route. We could put a lab here studying a person and water.
Yeah,
to get another export route for this?
What about up to the north? Because there's a primordial planet as well there that could receive a human and output a... Actually, biomass? But that would be another double trade, another two-way trade. If it's bacteria breeding.
Yes, that is a two-way trade, but that's all it accomplishes, being a two-way trade.
It would suck. However, long-term plan is to put a biomass lab in the middle there.
Right, so this would go like here then.
Yeah, it could go. It could, yeah. But
I mean, it doesn't even need to move.
It doesn't need to move.
Let's undo that. Connect those, and then this was that. New technology is available as well. Skill implants. There's drilling, mineral, lava, and ice ball can make... We're not really... That's not something we're really
robots
looking
into
for
ore
right now.
Well, actually, you say that. What about in the left? What about in the left flank? Is there... There's an ice ball planet there. Which...
So a dessert here?
I do love a dessert. Yeah, okay. No, it's garbage. Let's not even entertain the idea of drill bots. Is it skill implants? Is that it? Or is it maybe saving for hyperdrive? Because that's next turn, and that might solve a couple of our problems.
Yeah, hyperdrive and then probably skill implants afterwards, though. Because hyperdrives are expensive.
Yeah.
Or we could also just, wait for it and go for the slipstreams as well.
Yeah, hyperdrives do, or hyperlanes do work well with slipstreams. Okay, so we need one more two-way trade, and then we need something.
This is only a biomass input away from popping prosperity.
Undo.
So if instead we move this down here and don't do the biomass lab, we're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That's great. That's great. That's a beautiful, beautiful combo. I mean, we could still do a biomass lab there. Hold up. We could still do a biomass lab. Like, to the north.
Yeah, this would just need another input of another person.
And that could be very much happening when we get hyperlanes. No.
Yes.
No,
maybe
not
like
really.
it would be hyperlane and slipstream, right? Goes there.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, that prosperity is pretty good. We're building up our score through prosperous planets as opposed to happiness or anything else, which I think is fine. Missions.
Yep.
Let's get that last two-way done, and then, you know what? That Forge world at the very west. I think we immediately colonize. That's east. I think. Yeah. That's.
Oh, right. Sorry.
No. I'm the worst for easts and wests, lefts and rights. I think we just okay. Why don't you whap that down as a nanotech facility right now? Just so that we have like a little bit of extra vision. See if there's any other planets up to the north that would potentially be. Okay, all right.
Not necessarily. It's fine to make that a nanotech facility, but we should make sure that we have the ability to put an ore into it, because then we'll complete the mission.
Yeah, exactly.
And until that point, it's not really that great for us. We could try and look for a 4-banger.
I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. Nope.
It's not nothing though. These are useful planets at the absolute least. Hang on, people make
the fact they can be moved freaking anywhere is just brilliant.
Exceedingly useful. Okay, that's not a two-way trade either. I'm trying to look for any of these that become a two-way trade for us.
I mean, humans into like an arid colony is ideal because you can like incorporate that with a mine or a mineral planet or something like that.
A remnant planet around here would be incredible.
I mean, we could always move a remnant planet into here.
That is true. So actually, there's a remnant planet over here. So if this was a scrapping operation, it comes over here.
Yep.
The scrapping operation goes into the colony. That gives us a two-way trade, right?
Yeah.
And then that gives the remnant the second ore output. It puts its second ore output into the nanotech facility, pops the other mission. We have a two-way trade. We have 3 of those made. I think this is our play.
Yep. Maybe we scan the planet first. Scan the planets to the ocean, just next to the ocean world, just in case it is a remnant world. Do you want to undo the move first? Okay.
Oh my god, it is. I tried to undo. I was at the full limit of my undos. But yeah, that is actually just straight up a remnant world.
All right.
So.
There we go. Easy peasy.
Wait, actually, also, that's literally just a mineral planet. We could do it with a mineral planet instead.
Yes, however...
Less useful than a mineral...
You need to move the mineral planet. You need to move the mineral planet into...
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's totally fine. Oh, actually... I've got an idea here. Okay. Okay, could you... Yeah, okay, that's brilliant. Next thing, could you move the remnant planet down next to the thawing facility? So then we can use the minerals actually for 3 uses to provide robots to the thawing facility as well. Or actually, in fact, sorry, no, it's the humans that provide the robots. But yeah, I mean, either way, that works.
Yeah. I'm on board. I'm seeing what you're seeing. We've got a same brain sitch going on here. Boom, that connection's made.
Actually, hold on.
Yeah,
wait.
How do we do that in terms of years, right?
Actually, no, no, it's fine. I was sort of thinking that we'd be limited with the ore outputs on the mineral world, but we'll be adding a human input to the we'll be adding a human input from the colony, so that's fine. I think it's okay. You know, whatever you choose to do, I think it's okay. Good. Very, very good. Well played. Honestly, that's pretty brilliant.
Okay, much appreciated.
Is it
got hyperlanes?
Is it hyperlanes? Is that what we're after here? What are our missions?
I think so, right?
Before we take tech, what are our missions?
Easy.
You reckon?
Easy. Yes, we've got hyperlanes. We've got gravitic tugs. That's not a problem at all. Okay, so this one's an ocean planetary pop prosperous. We have no other ocean planets except for this one up here, but we will just be fulfilling its need as soon as possible. It wants a good.
It wants a wheat.
It will want a good after that in order to try and prop phosphorus.
Yeah, you're right.
We have the ability to... No, that's not going to be it. So Forge World will probably have to provide that if we can. I think definitely Forge World planet to prosperous, because we've got this one. We just need another input, bunch of outputs. That's actually going to be a bit hard, right? We don't have anybody to use all of those.
I mean,
this one just pops prosperous, right? This just wants an input or an output. And with hyperlanes, we might be able to do that.
Let's think about this. Where would we get the chip from? Or where would we get the ore from? Okay, here's a cheeky solution. Yeah, right? We move the ore planet. Yeah, we move the ore planet right up to the lab, basically. And see if we can just jump over. I
think we can.
Yeah, I think we can too. I think it's incredible. And we got cash as well to do it.
That's easy.
I think we have to take the Ephorians tech. The Ephorians. Actually, let me hit. Okay. It's all good. What? I was gonna suggest that we could do the Bakar and the Slithin mission. And then we could come back and do another round specifically for the Ephorians. Because we could very easily discover 6 new planets. But it's all good. I actually think it's totally fine. Oof.
That may need to move that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of range.
That's irritating, but not the end of the world. Oh, well, really?
That's as far as it goes. It's not colonized. That's the only reason I can't connect that.
Oh, that's
so
good.
We can do this.
Good. Love it. Love it.
Done.
Okay,
and then let's try and resolve this as quickly as we can then if we want to get the other mission done.
Yeah.
Bots make wheat. That gives us the ability to just put this around here and solve that there.
Yep. That's good.
Although we should scout up in these directions because we're looking for a Forge World now, right? For the goods. Unless we have a different source of goods somewhere.
We could slipstream. Yeah, we could slipstream the goods across from there. That's what I was kind of initially thinking. But I don't like it necessarily.
Maximum hypership range increased by 60%.
It's really good. The problem is that we need to get a level 2 tech as well. I mean, we can get skill implants, actually. We can easily pick up skill implants next year, increase our money to the nth degree, then pick up staple jumps later. The problem is time now, and we've got a very limited number of years left researching, unless we want to stick down another research lab, which I would dearly love to do, but unfortunately don't think that we can really find time to do.
I think we might be done on research. Let's look up here first.
No, whoa, hold on. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's perfect.
It ended up being good. Hang on. This is bots make wheat. This is fine, actually, totally.
Yeah.
This is just our replacement Earth. It ultimately ended up being a lot better for us.
Good. Okay, new tech. What do we got? I think we take skill implants, by the way, and I think we see if we can try and beeline to level 3. Oh, man, is there? Our research.
I like skill implants.
Our research situation is so bad. Is there a way that we can at all get the money?
Look at it.
Wow.
And not all of these even have projects on them yet. They still have the ability to pop theirs. Unlocks mind control. Blocks any heart penalties from resource shortages, missing export, or export.
What's our happiness penalties at the moment, actually? Just to check on the... If you hover over happiness, you'll see where our unhappiness is coming from.
It's 10% happiness for us.
That's not... It's a project,
It's not
though.
nothing, but it's a project.
Yeah.
It's not a project. It's just, it's a tech.
Yeah, it's a tech, but it's a tech that is a project.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're right. It is a project for an individual planet. Yeah, okay, so we don't want to do that.
We don't want to do
this. This could just give us a bot, which could go into here, and then this pop's successful.
Yeah. And then there's a Forge World over there as well that could produce goods.
It's prosperous as a result.
Produce goods for the planet right there, because it just needs goods. And
yeah, as soon as this gets good, it's good.
I did
not mean that.
It does also need an export route, actually, which is a bit of a shame. But
whilst true, that export route can be
a lab, maybe with
pretty much anything.
Hyperlane lab,
just out of range.
What about the other one, up north?
Also out of range.
Ah, swizz. I really want to place down one more lab. I know that sounds unbelievably ridiculous, but like, is there any chance that we could get like a biomass lab in the north? Or
we have this biomass lab here, so we'd have
Oh yeah.
If we're doing a water lab, we could do it down here, and it would only be one study, but it would be the export for each of these.
We could get
this
it
one's
too.
Another export.
We could get it too. There's a free water up to the north. If we're able to tug that lava planet out of the way, hyperlane to basically where the lava planet is at the moment, and then bring in a slipstream from the water planet to the north. Oh, that solves so many problems, actually, because that would prosper. I think that would prosper the middle arid planet there as well. Good. Yeah, nice. Really nice. Really, really nice. What about the human populace from the north? The Arctic colony right there, right next to it.
Just out of range.
Is there a way?
Yeah, let's see. So this can extend right up until there.
There's gotta be. There's gotta be. There's gotta be. Yes. Oh, go on, son.
Perfect.
Oh,
Well
look
done.
at that. Look at that. It works.
Very well done. This still wants one more export route for another person. Well, I mean, once we get the increased range,
Yeah.
which we're actually only 2 years from. Whoops.
What are the other
2
what are
years from.
what are the other level 3 techs that we can get? Just looking at it now, because we got the silted discount.
Void synthesizer. A synthesizer structure capable of synthesizing 1 unit of a basic resource and sending it to a planet.
Okay, interesting.
We could pay for those probably.
Yeah.
Ubiquitous, it reduces empire cost. Yeah, no, we haven't got long enough for that to be useful. Unlocks teleporter structures. Paired with another teleporter provides a long distance connection regardless of obstacles between.
It's very
Built-in
pog.
matching pairs. Starbirth unlocks collapse on mineral lava, desert, and ice ball planets. Collapse them to give energy to deliver to other planets.
That's Omega Pog. I've never seen that before, but that is Omega Pog.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do we need? We need an ocean planet to prosper. Like, we gotta focus hardcore on that. Like, let's just...
It's these two up here.
Yeah.
This, for successful, only wants one more input of a good.
But then to prosper and live long, it's gonna need a little bit more. That Earth-like can produce water with people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so that's solving... I'm just thinking, how do we prosper everything around... How do we prosper everything around the ocean worlds? Because then that solves 2 of our ocean worlds' demands, right? If we hyperlane across to the top wheat production place with from the mineral. There we go. Now that presumably
It just needs an export. And then that's its 3 successful adjacencies.
Correct, yeah.
So this would just need good input, which we can get from here.
Yeah, it's an easy one. It's close. It's very, very close, in fact.
Where can we output wheat to? Here, but that's not going to reach.
Can't lab.
Although in
labs.
2 years' time it will.
In 2 years' time it will, but that's 2 years until we can complete the game. And 2 years until we can complete the mission, which really sucks.
I mean, these are probably the final missions we're going to be undertaking and completing, right?
Are there any other forebear ruins that we can reach? I mean, we can't reach it with... No, not really. Is the answer to that one. Not.
Seems like it, yeah.
Not really.
Can we? Okay, we can't move them.
That's
Why does gravity affect everything except for the forebear ruins?
Oh, what a shame. What a shame.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I think actually you're right. Let's go for a little explore. See if we can try and find some output for that. Maybe we've... See if we can find output for
hang on. That goes there. It makes it good. Bot comes in.
Oh, yes. Good play. Nice. Good stuff.
That could happen. It doesn't have to happen. There's no benefit to it happening right now, but it's a possibility.
Humans. Ah, actually, hold up. What about human output to the biomass world? Is that within range? It's gonna be just right,
Yeah.
like just.
Boom.
Hey, there we go. Okay, and that gives us a year sooner. Okay, I think that we can at least take. We can at least take that one. Colonizing 3 planets is probably easy enough.
Yeah, that's almost certainly going to happen, but we can take that right before we do some of that colonization.
Correct. What's the tech that we've got available to us right now?
Reaction lists as well as the stable jumps.
I think we take stable jumps because that is going to allow us to complete so many connections.
And this is
Also,
putting that person to there, right? Or there?
I mean,
Either or.
it could be both, to be honest, but it's just a case of it takes 1 month. The returns that we're going to get are fairly limited, although in saying that, you just prospered the world, so I guess it's totally worth it.
Well, yeah, it's the prosperity that I was aiming for consistently there.
The other question is, will that Arctic world feed into the mineral world at the bottom that we are getting water from? Will that be able to just a normal slipstream right across to the bottom mineral world? Oh, or yeah.
Is this not the one you meant?
No, I was meaning the one to the south, but to be honest, both of those are brilliant.
Either or will do it. This one will... Well, this will pop prosperous for doing it, though.
Actually, it won't. Oh, yeah, okay, it absolutely will.
Because this becomes successful as well, and it's an export route.
What about the other one next to it? What about the thawing facility at the other side? Yeah, what if...
As in also doing the export to there?
Yeah.
This needs another import route to become successful. So unless we're putting another bot in that doesn't really accomplish anything unless we can also get an export for...
Or...
for ore there, yeah.
Wait, hold on, we could...
That could prop successful, though.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if it's worth... But I guess, what are we talking about? It probably is worth. It'll increase our score just by a little bit. And it costs us hardly anything.
Mm-hmm. This could even throw its back up there. Oh, no, it already is throwing up there. Oh, okay, go.
Yeah, I would make the case that that's probably not worth unless there's definitive value that we can gain from the extra tech.
It's not the tech. It's just getting the person not to be unemployed anymore.
That's
Get them off the couch.
A great point, actually.
Put down the bong, Gary. It's time to study.
What is that? I mean, we have so much prosperity, actually. It's just a shame that there are only little pockets of success around.
Well, I mean, there's only little pockets of success because everything else is prosperous.
It's true. It's true. Do we have a science lab working on ore?
We do not, I don't believe, right?
Okay.
Science lab on
Undo.
and then water and then, okay.
Undo that route and then see if we can maybe stick down a research lab that outputs both of those ore. I mean, that would be a fine place, but that's anywhere
if we do
really
it here, it doesn't have to have a hyperlane on the bottom one.
Sure. Does that prosperity anything? No. We'd still need...
It doesn't, but it does give another output route to this, so this can become prosperity now.
Okay. Nice. That's good. Anything else?
Another import route. This is adjacent. 1 successful, 2 successful, 3 successful. It's got import, export, export, export. If we import another
human
bot
into
in here, we might have it.
Human into remnant world. Human into remnant world from the north, right there. Yeah, because we can hyperlane just to the south.
This one?
Yeah, that one. Boom, prosperous.
Well, good done. Welp, good done.
Welp, good done.
You can tell my brain's been fried by the video game a little bit here.
Oh, we're so close to making so much prosperity. So much prosperity.
That does nothing.
Yeah. Can we get more robots on that remnant world right there?
The remnant world. This one?
Yeah.
No. 3 is its maximum output, even if it props prosperous. I think these are probably as well connected as they are going to become.
Is that Forebear Ruin? That's not reachable by anybody, is it? No, we got no human spare.
Got 11 months left this year.
Yep.
I'm pretty pleased with how we've actually ended up here.
Yeah, it's really, really strong.
We're not done, but we're getting damn near. This could export to here, which doesn't do anything except for income.
Yeah.
Let's focus on our happiness, right? Because we're not completing more missions at this point. We're not really going to be increasing the size of the galaxy again. We'd need 5 more planets, and we don't really have the time to colonize and possibly even connect those. So if we just focus on the prosperity as well as trying to make sure that things have the ability to export, our happiness modifier may take us over the line.
Yeah, I think you're right here. I think you're absolutely right. Is there a chance that we can go from that wheat world to that prosperous world? Wheat world in the west to prosperous world in the middle. It's a bit of a long stretch, but...
Yep.
Wow. Okay, yeah. That reduces...
That's another export route for this, but it would need another export or import route as well. So it needs another bot coming in or another biomass coming in. We have excess biomass up here. We can do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's actually do it. That's pretty hype. Wrong world, but yeah, good try.
Oh, sorry, you're right.
Nice.
It was in the vicinity.
It was. Okay, so that's another couple of happiness points right there.
Look at all this friggin' prosperity.
It's true. It's true. We are a little bit low on the old cash, actually, but it's okay.
We are, but like, the fact that we're going low on cash to me means we didn't end up over focusing on cash.
I think
we only really just had the ability to pay for what we used.
You're right. Okay, I'm thinking resource shortages or resource bonuses. Are there any other places? What about good production world right up to the Arctic world in the north? Is that too much of a stretch? I feel like it might be.
Production worlds right up to the Arctic world in the north. Yes, that one is out of range.
How much out of range? I want to know how much. I've got to be upset about this.
Oh god, it's a game of millimeters.
It's okay. There's another world. There's another world that it could go to. Right over to
this one.
Right. Yep, that one right there.
They're both prosperous already.
Yep, but it does get rid of the excess goods. And excess
goods. It does, but that doesn't do anything.
It does. It does, doesn't it? No export.
Nope. It's the ones that have no export. This has a bunch of exports. It's only floating humans, regardless of how many humans you made, and planets that aren't outputting anything.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
So the no export planet, where is it?
Yeah, that might have been it. The chip planet to the very west.
The chip planets. Yeah.
That's
it? Literally it.
Right? How much unhappiness has that given us? 2%. 2% no trade.
Percent. Yep.
So if we get rid of that 2%. Yeah, that's
there we go. That's the reason to do that connection.
Yep. I mean, anything else that we can really do up here?
Honestly, it's just pop prosperities. That's it.
Yeah.
And this would need 2 successful adjacencies. It's probably not really going to get those because it can't just like forge an adjacency to something successful already.
I mean, this
would need another export route.
What about adjacent? Yeah. What about wheat to the prosperous world, up in the north there? It might be a little bit too far, but I think pushing it a little bit is fine.
Wheat to the prosperous world. This one?
Yep.
That's another successful.
It's better than a slap in the face with a wet fish.
You're not wrong. We can't afford. Wow. Been a while since we've seen that sign.
Asteroids?
One little pocket of change down there.
Nice.
That's still not going to do it because it needs another import or export. Don't have an extra stone from here.
Or biomass. We have almost
probably not going to be worth doing that.
We have literally almost found a use for absolutely every resource here.
Mm-hmm. That came back cool.
Other than, the fact that we should be very happy with how this run has progressed, even after the shaky little start that we didn't have, because it never happened. I think this is a well-governed empire. It's very tight, very efficient. It's very good.
Couldn't agree more.
It's very good. So where is our happiness coming from our unhappiness coming from at the moment?
Just past shortages, so we can't do anything to fix that.
That's very true. Only time will fix that. Wow. And our missions haven't changed by any chance? Because they sometimes change. I know that it sounds a little bit flippant to... Yeah, no.
They have not.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
Okay, so... This has adjacency with only 1 successful, so there's no real reason for that. So this is a good candidate. Only needs 1 more successful adjacency. Only needs 1 more import-export, right? Both of those possibly could be fulfilled at the same time. We find the right path. And then there's also this one that only for prosperous needs 2 more import-exports, and one of them can be this.
If we
after getting the asteroid down here, which we probably just have to pop anyway.
Yeah, I think so. There's no way that we can get more robots down at that... more robots to produce water down at that prosperous planet. Because I'm thinking of ways that we can try and... it was the robot production planet, or the water production planet, the thawing facility at the other side of the map, but it's okay.
Oh, thawing facility at that side of the map.
Yeah, down at the bottom. The down at the bottom that's prosperous. That's already maxed water.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, there's an... Is it an arc to the very south? Is it an Arctic planet or is it an ice ball planet?
Arctic.
Yeah, no, okay, we can't find spare robots for that, unfortunately. Because,
just a bit tough.
Yeah.
We ended up using 5 robots down here. I'm pretty pleased with that.
That's impressive, actually.
A concentrated effort.
If we can find another robot for...
We never used energy.
I know, we haven't done anything with energy at all. But the crazy thing about this game is that every time we have built like a totally different strategy around completely different from what we actually set out to initially achieve. Like, it's never been what we were after, but we learned, we overcame, we adapted.
We came and we saw and we conquered.
That's true.
We venied the heck out of it. You best believe we VD'd. And Orbital, what else did we do? And I know there was one more on the list.
VD, Vichidi.
Vici.
Vichuti?
Veni Vidi Vici. Dame Judi Dench. That's what you meant, right?
That's exactly what I meant.
Perfect. So this only needs an import or export. This only needs an import or export for Prosperous. Those are like two focuses for us possible. It's just
nobody wants
the incorporation
wheat.
of them is hard.
Nobody wants wheat. Nobody wants wheat. I don't think that there's anything. I don't think there's anything else. I'm not seeing an immediate way to upgrade all of our, our 3 candidate prosperous planets up to successful. I mean, there's so few goods. There's so few goods. There's so few resources to go around. There really are painfully few.
Can't afford.
I mean, that is the one route that we could maybe do, but I mean, that's only going to increase trade income. It's not going to increase the score.
I mean, I don't think we can increase the score anymore with just the 9 wealth, so let's increase the trade income by doing that.
Can we move an asteroid? Is it possible to move an asteroid? Like, I'm very curious to see if we can actually do this.
So let's try and move maybe this. Oh, we can't afford it. We'd have to undo a bunch of good stuff to try and move an asteroid.
Not worth. Not worth.
All right, that's. I think we say we did it. I think we
do.
Say hip hip hooray.
Is this the fabled 5-star? The fabled 5-star tough mode, or not? What do you think?
Boom, 5-star.
5-star tough mode. Honestly,
we did it.
You know what surprised me most about this run? Is the 141% happiness modifier that we ended up with. Like, given that we didn't take any happiness-specific techs, that's insane.
Yeah. Having the ability to prop prosperity on so many of those just because we have the hyperlanes to fund them after the fact. And also, a large amount of that came out of the fact that our opening was built such that almost everything was ready for prosperity just at a moment's notice.
It's true. Wow, there's so much prosperity. It's just crazy. Dude, hyperlanes are sick. They're so freaking good.
You can see how many of them are the arcs down here. You can see all of the different... Oh my god, they were so instrumental.
Yeah.
And the gravitic tugs as well.
Yeah.
Like, we wouldn't have gotten to hyperlanes if it wasn't for gravitic tugs fixing all of this all of this whole area. Oh my god, this is gravitic tug to heck.
Yeah, I mean the whole northwest is so tightly packed that it's laughable. Actually, it's very amusing, very cool. Oh, wow. Really
GG, bud.
GG. Well played. Great job.
And of course, as always, it's great that the only run that we recorded was so successful.
I know. Rhapsody, it's been great, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to sign off this post commentary. It's been great, and it's been unique recording this after the fact. I'm just glad that we were able to, play the game completely independently of our commentary. Gives us a little bit of extra focus, nuance. Dare I suggest?
It definitely sounded in the middle of the recording there, because we were, of course, employing acting. It sounded in the middle there like we didn't know where it was going to go, but we always knew it was going to end up there. When Orbital asked the question, is this the fabled 5-star tough? He knew it was. See?
Exactly. And just you wait until you see the next run that we've got recorded, which is a 5-star platinum level S tier plus incredible performance tough run. You're not going to want to miss that one.
Where we skip the first 10 years without setting anything down just to increase the difficulty on ourselves. It's going to be a wild time. You'll be able to find that on one of the channels that is linked in the description below this video, either Orbital's if you're watching it on my side, or mine if you're watching it on Orbital's. For the moment, though, hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
Bye.